Hi, I'm Dr. Keith Graham from the School of Teacher Education at National Taiwan Normal University. Welcome to my office hours. Recently, one of my students asked me quite a personal question. She asked, "Has your opinion about bilingual education changed after becoming a father?" When asked in class, my answer was no, my opinions have not changed. But in today's video, I would like to expand on that. First, despite my criticism of Taiwan's bilingual education implementation, which you'll mostly find in my research and less so on this channel, I am a strong advocate for bilingual education, and I believe it is a good direction for the public education system in Taiwan, if properly implemented. Frankly, I wish I had the opportunity myself to enroll in a well-designed bilingual education program as a child. I believe it would have added a lot of intangible value to my life. Luckily, I did have the privilege of teaching in a private bilingual school in Taiwan, and I got to witness firsthand the benefits it had on those children. In fact, one of my previous students recently emailed me to tell me he has graduated from a US university and has secured a very stable and well-paying job in Texas. I could not be more thrilled for him. And while he is a naturally smart and inquisitive young man, his bilingualism has certainly played a part in his recent success. I believe every child in Taiwan should have the opportunity to develop their bilingualism. And so, both before and after becoming a father, I remain pro-bilingual education. That being said, while my situation, being a native English speaker living in Taiwan, is somewhat unique, I believe I share many of the same concerns and priorities as Taiwanese parents. First, when I send my son to school, my expectation is that he will have the opportunity to build knowledge and skills in many academic subjects. Put another way, I prioritize my child's content learning. With that in mind, it is critical that bilingual teachers prioritize their content and ensure students learn. Second, for me, making sure my son develops his Mandarin Chinese is also critical. Our family language policy involves using primarily English in our home in order to maximize my son's exposure and need to the language. To balance this, I intend to send him to local schools, not international schools, so as to maximize his exposure and need for Mandarin. For me as a parent, if the school I send my child to is labeled as a bilingual school, I truly expect it to be bilingual across all of the selected subject domains. I do not want my son to be learning a subject exclusively through English medium instruction unless that subject is an elective course. If I wanted English medium instruction, I would send my son to an international school. Or, frankly, we would just move back home to Texas. So it's very important for me that bilingual teachers truly teach bilingually. Don't remove Mandarin and replace it exclusively with English. I held these views about bilingual education both before and after the birth of my son. But if I'm being honest, my son makes me even more passionate about these issues. This is why I feel it is critical that we get bilingual education right in Taiwan. Our children deserve it. Thank you for attending my office hours. If you have a question that you'd like me to answer on this channel, send me an email at kmgraham@ntnu.edu.tw. I'll see you next time.